everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft back with another process video for you. Today I'm starting the month of February off with a process video for one of my monthly project lifestyle pages. I am using pocket pages from scrapbook.com. It's 12 by 12. There are two 4 by 6s at the top, three 4 by 4s down in the center, and then two 4 by 6s on the bottom. They have different styles. I keep meaning to buy packs that have different styles of the pocket pages, and I just haven't. So for 2021, all of my monthly pages are going to be this style of pocket page, and maybe for 2022, I will switch things up a little bit, especially because the Simple Stories Hello Today collection that I have, it doesn't have any 4 by 4 cut aparts. It's either 4 by 6 or I think it's 3 by 4. So I like the pocket pages that have actual 3 by 4 pockets in them. So I would like a little bit of variety, but like I said, maybe 2022, as I start making the monthly pages for this year, I will get some variety in my Project Life pages. So something that I know I've done Project Life process videos here for you, but something that I wanted to do differently with this one is make a shaker pocket and use those what are they called? Those photo overlay things from Snap Studio, the photo flips. I wanted to use one of those on the page here. I actually have experimented off camera. I did a page which I think you're going to see coming up in my January layout share, where I did a shaker pocket on one of my monthly pages, and then I did a separate monthly page, a different one, where I did one of the photo flips. And so this one, I'm combining both elements to show you how I do it. A little tip, don't put lotion on your hands and then try to pick up sequins, because the sequins, which already stick to your hands a lot, they will not come off your hand, and it will just make it really, really tricky to work with the sequins. I'm using a pencil eraser to move them around. I find that usually a pencil eraser is a pretty good way of getting sequins away from where you don't want them and moving them where you do. What I'm doing here, I'm using two different kinds of sequins, and I'm going to use my fuse tool to close up that pocket, but I have some blue sequins, and then I have some orange sequins from a Doodlebug collection, and I chose blue and orange because that October cut apart there is blue and orange. So I filled up the pocket as much as I could with the sequins that I had, and now I'm very slowly and with great force pushing down and dragging my fuse tool all the way across the top. And unlike the last time I made a shaker pocket in a process video, I actually got it on the first try, so that's good. And then I will go back, because the only thing I don't like about the photo flips is that they're like not the right size for these pages. They're just a little too big. They're like too long, and then there's that the sticky adhesive part, like it just doesn't really fit that well. But whatever. So something that I'm going to do to keep the sequins from peeking off to the side where that clear adhesive is, I'm going to use my fuse tool and seam up that side there so that the sequins does not try to peek out from behind the October. You can only see the sequins when you lift up that October thing. I put a photo behind the October and just backed it on some of the Hello Today paper, so that when you lift the flap, you're also getting a photo as well as the shaker pocket, and obviously the shaker pocket's going to be showing on the other side of the page as well. And what I like about the shaker pocket is it's an element that takes up space, especially if you're doing something like this. And as I did not have a whole lot of photos. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces on both sides. So, you have like 14 spaces where you can put photos or cut aparts. I just did not have that many photos. And then, there's only so much of the paper that you have to use. So a shaker pocket takes up a lot of space. And I just think it's also a fun little element yeah, it's just a fun little element. So I'm cutting down some of the 4 by 6 photos that I had printed from Persnickety Prints. I don't know if there's a way to fix this. I'm not an iPhone person, but ever since I got my iPhone and I have been taking photos on it, some of the photos that I get printed from Persnickety, even if I go through the editing process and I crop things and make sure everything looks okay, they still come printed with white lines, either on the side or the top. And I know it has to be like, taking photos from an iPhone issue, because I didn't have this problem with taking photos on my Android phone. So if anyone has any tips, please let me know in the comments below. It's not that big of a deal, but it is kind of annoying, because getting weird like white bars on the sides of my photo is one of the reasons why I stopped printing photos with Shutterfly. But like, if this is going to be the way things are, I don't know. Like, I like Persnickety prints, but they are kind of expensive. And at least with Shutterfly, when I used the app, I got free shipping. So that's just, I'm looking for advice, or, if anybody else has experienced anything like this, please let me know. So the cut aparts in this Hello Today collection that I really like to use is the calendar one, and I've got that at the bottom of this page. I have been circling the dates for when the photos are taken, so that I kind of know, like, oh, these are the days when I took photos during that month, and then I will do a little bit of journaling explaining what happened in some of these photos. Most of these photos are just random pictures of my kid. She, wanted me to take a picture of her in this outfit that she really liked. We tie-dyed, the picture I have right there, we tie-dyed those pajamas, and so we needed to take a picture of her wearing the pajamas that she made herself. And I'm just trying to, find, again, I'm kind of running out of embellishments. I have a lot of the puffy stickers, but I like having different variety of embellishments, and so I don't have that much variety right now with this collection, which is why I'm really glad that Shamel made the Best of Both Worlds kit, the new Simple Stories, what is it called, Good Stuff collection, which is basically Hello Today but for 2022. So I'm excited that I have like everything from that, so that when I go to do 2022 project pages, I'll have a lot of stuff to work with. I am bumping up this die cut piece with some foam tape. I just, I like to add some extra dimension and fun little elements, working with project pages as though it was a regular scrapbook layout. Sometimes the bumping things up with foam tape does cause a little bit of like maybe warping inside the pocket, but I think it's okay. Sometimes I put the things that are puffy on the outside, right on the plastic of the page protector. So that's an option as well. And I think I will do that for a couple of the puffy stickers on this layout. And so you can see, I've got a bunch of space down on the bottom side, on the bottom half of this page, because I don't have a lot of photos. So I only have 2 photos left, and I've got to figure out how to use up all of that space. So right now I've taken one of those 3x4 cut aparts, and I'm just going to back it on the other side of this 4x4 piece. The 4x4 piece was actually a 4x6, and so I just cut it down to size, and it's got a little bit of a journaling spot there where I'm going to write about some of the pictures, and then I'm just going to create like my own little embellishment cluster right there in the center, and then I will frame it with 2 of the photos, which are 4x6s. You can see they have weird lines on them. The photo of me is the very first picture that I took with my new iPhone. I had to get a new phone because my Android wouldn't charge anymore, so that was kind of a problem, and I was going to get another Android phone because I really like it. But it was on back order until like the end of November, and I'm like, it's October and I need to have a reliable phone. So the iPhone was what was available, and so that's what I went with. And I've had an iPhone before. The last one I had was a 4, and this is a 13, so it's been a while. I do use MacBook at work, so I'm familiar with the iOS operating. Well, I shouldn't say iOS operating system because that's redundant. I'm familiar with the Apple operating system. But yeah, just, learning how to use a new phone and transferring everything. And then I wanted to see if the camera was really as good as it's supposed to be. And I think it is. There are parts of it that, I really like that portrait mode where it blurs out the background. I think everything looks really cool that way. So that's what I was testing out there with this selfie of me. There are some things where I feel like the focus is a little off and the Android was a little bit better, or the Android was a little bit better picking up, like, just getting the colors better than the iPhones. And maybe that's just because I I haven't played around with it a whole lot or adjusted any settings because I don't know how. So again, if you have tips for me on the best ways to take pictures on an iPhone, let me know. At the bottom there, I am just adding another 4x6 piece. There are actually two 3x4s that were together, so I'm just putting those there. And then I'm going to zhuzh up the back of that other 4x6 piece with a 3x4 cut apart, and just kind of I'll add some stickers and kind of call it a day with this. I'm trying to figure out, like, I want to add a little bit more to that photo there, so I'm cutting this piece from another cut apart. It says Life Right Now, and there's a telephone puffy sticker, and since this was, my selfie on the iPhone, I wanted to document that and showcase it a little bit more. Again, like, sometimes I feel like with Project Life pages like this, they can feel a little flat. There's obviously a lot more maybe creative freedom when you just have a regular 12x12 piece of cardstock and you've got to put stuff on it. You're a little more tied down to things. There's less room for going a little crazy and doing stuff because you have to follow the grid of the project page. So I like to, this is another reason why I need a lot of embellishments for these types of things, because I like to really layer up the embellishments and show a lot of different variety in that way. If you guys are doing pages like this, I'd love to know what you have found works for you. And that would be great to leave me a comment like that below, or just leave a comment below and say hi. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks so much for joining. This week, one of the videos will have a giveaway in it, so don't miss out. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. It's obviously not in this video, so you'll have to come back another day to figure out which one has the giveaway in it. And if you're not subscribed, you won't be able to enter the giveaway. So you might want to do that. Also, just because you might want to subscribe because I have lots of fun scrapbook inspiration and process videos and all sorts of things going on here on the channel. So I would love to have you come follow me here as well as on all my social media channels. Those sequins, man, they stick to everything, right? Who has tips on using sequins and like not getting them to stick? I think it was just because I put Vaseline on my hands. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. So yeah, here are the close-ups. You can see like lifting up that little pad there to see the sequins underneath. I hope that this was inspiring for you, and I hope you will come back next time for more crafty inspiration. Happy scrapping!